Marie Green. Have a great day.
Who will be the ultimate superfan? A new superfan Wednesday at 9, 8 Central on CBS.
On CBS Mornings, the neighborhood's Max Greenfield on his new project. Oprah reveals her next book club pick.
So good.
Plus,
Stadium, including the largest outdoor video board in the country. All that and more coming up on Today.
We thank you for watching early today and starting your week with us. I'm Frances Rivera.
And I'm Jessica Layton. Have a great rest of your Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Morgantown, thank you for watching WNKY NBC 40.
Car wreck? When you get Hughes & Coleman, it can make a big difference. Here's what I mean. Insurance offer, $3,000. Our result, $156,000. Insurance offer, $0. Our result, $385,000. Insurance offer, $300,000. Our result, $1 million. After an accident, if you want to get the money you deserve, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Name the sexiest bald man alive. Steve Harvey. Oh, God, I was scared I wasn't going to be up there.
A new season of Family Feud starts September 25th.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Good morning, everybody. Weather anchor Noah Moore here, filling in for Darius for the next couple of days throughout the week today. Now, as we go throughout the rest of the day, we are going to start off today nice and chilly, so you might want to need that jacket or that light sweater. But as the day goes on, you're definitely going to want to shed those layers because temperatures are really going to bump up into the 70s and maybe even low 80s in some areas. But as we go throughout the rest of the day, things are going to just be nice and fine. But I'll have more on that because News 40 in the morning starts right now.
Coming up on News 40 Sunrise. The time to come down with the sniffles is right around the corner. We'll find out how you can tell if that stuffy nose is the flu, RSV, COVID, or just a common cold. Then, the clock is ticking for Congress to reach a deal to avoid a government shutdown. We'll hear the latest details from Capitol Hill. Plus, the UAW strike continues across the nation. We'll find out what that means for the auto industry throughout the United States. News 40 Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. Today is Monday, September 18th. I'm Ashley Wilson. Let's start off with our top stories. A former Park City mental health counselor has been sentenced to over 8 years behind bars on child exploitation charges. The United States Attorney for the Western District of Kentucky says that 55-year-old Carl Anthony Puleo was sentenced Friday for 1 count each of receiving, distributing, and possessing child sexual exploitation materials. Puleo was sentenced to 8 years and 4 months in prison, followed by a 10-year term of supervised release. Puleo has also been ordered to pay $15,000 in restitution. In some lighter local news, we look to Horse Cave, where community members old and new came together to celebrate their history in a unique way. This annual reunion blocked off roads to give people the chance to experience fresh homemade food while looking at antique cars and listening to all kinds of music. Residents gathered at the historic Thomas House to get the chance to document their story about a topic that means a lot to both the Horse Cave community and Heart Cave community.
We are a very old city, and a lot of the people that grew up around this area remember in the 60s and 70s and going back even into the 50s. So this gives them an opportunity to come out and show what they have and show the hard work they put in it, let everybody else enjoy it.
The Heritage Festival is always a good chance for the people with ties to Horse Cave City to share their stories and learn about the experiences of the community members around them. And back in Bowling Green, the Taringa Academy is breaking barriers and preparing foreign students to become excellent citizens, future leaders, and connect with the world. The Academy works to provide resources in sports like soccer to its students, allowing them to have the opportunity to learn teamwork and connect with one another in spite of any language barriers. One leader with the Taringa Academy shares with News 40 exactly what this program means to the children who rely on it and why some look forward to it every single year.
The thing that makes me the happiest is when I hear the students say that this feels like family for them. We, strive to be a place of belonging, a place that fosters community and acceptance, and to hear the students say that this feels like family, I think is the most rewarding thing.
Although language plays a major part in our everyday lives, the Taringa Academy is not allowing that to stop them from reaching their highest heights. And from one school to another, we look to Warren County School District, where many are still celebrating an amazing achievement. Third grade teacher Amber Dwyer of Alvaton Elementary received a Kentucky Teacher Achievement Award from the Kentucky Department of Education. Officials say the award honors exceptional educators who go above and beyond to support Kentucky's future leaders.
In my essays, I wrote about how I think it's really important to build relationships with students. So I always tell other teachers and other people I meet that be the person that you needed when you were young, and that's what I strive to do every day.
Dwyer was one of 22 teachers across the Commonwealth chosen for this distinct honor. Now let's check in with Noah Moore for a look at what's happening outside our front door. Noah, how's it looking out there?
Very nice, a little chilly, so you might want to need that light jacket or sweatshirt. But overall, dry conditions, nothing like how we saw yesterday. I know yesterday some of us ended up seeing a few showers and thunderstorms. Some of them were even on the stronger side, especially out there in Todd County. We ended up seeing a severe thunderstorm warning with that cell. But taking a look at live radar, currently this is all just ground clutter, nothing too much to really worry about. Mostly dry conditions overall. And most of us here in the Ohio Valley region, we're all mostly dry due to the fact that we have a high pressure system that's sitting out there through parts of Arkansas and Missouri. So throughout the next couple of days, that's still going to be the main factor for us. So if you might want to need to get your car washed or anything like that, that would be really good advice to go ahead and go out and do that. So you have a nice fresh start to the week and have a nice fresh car. Now here is the next couple of hours for the next couple days, or a couple hours, I mean. But we are going to end up seeing temperatures pretty cold and chilly, and then as we go in through early into the afternoon, temperatures are going to bump up into the 70s, but it's going to be very nice and very comfortable given that we have low humidity and low muggy conditions. We'll be right back.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green. Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Bowling Green International Festival, presented by Service One Credit Union, September 30th. Enjoy music, dance, displays, activities, food, and merchandise. Kids free. Buy tickets online half price. Save year-round with a restaurant discount card. Visit bginternationalfest.com for details.
Get a little spooky with your favorite pup at the inaugural Pupkin 5K Run and Walk, October 28th at Buchanan Park. Sign up for early bird registration now and receive a free t-shirt and pumpkin. For more info, visit warrenpl.org.
Injured in an accident? Let Flora Tappan and Stewart fight the system for you. Get the results you deserve. What does it mean when Flora Tappan and Stewart says fight the system? It means personal representation with top attorneys. We fight for you against big insurance and pay only if you win. So if you're injured, let Flora Tappan and Stewart accident injury lawyers fight the system for you.
Hey y'all, it's Bree. Don't miss this week's episode of the Pie Queen's Pantry. I'm gonna spice up your life with my favorite trail mix. See you this week at the Pie Queen's Pantry.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book?
Covenant Books is an author-friendly publisher who shares your passion and beliefs. Call us today and we'll send you a free author packet to help get you started. We provide a full range of publishing services.
Covenant sells your book and ebook online and in bookstores everywhere. Our authors love us. Just look.
Be like these authors and get your book published today.
To get your free writer's guide, call now.
1-855-900-3971.
Welcome back to News 40 Sunrise. It's 8 minutes past the hour, and now time for Living Well, brought to you by Spring Hill Pharmacy. We're heading toward respiratory virus season again, and while illnesses like the flu and RSV tend to start spreading in October, the U.S. is already seeing some sicknesses starting to tick up. In today's Health Minute, News 40's Morgan Hoover has more on how to help identify viruses if your child gets sick.
The symptoms are similar, so if your child gets sick, it can be hard to know if it's COVID-19, the flu, RSV, or a cold.
Cough, congestion, runny nose. Those are common symptoms to all four of those viruses.
Dr. Andy Shane with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta says there are ways to help distinguish between the illnesses. First, look at how quickly symptoms start.
RSV and COVID are more gradual usually in symptom onset, and may start with a runny nose and then progress to other symptoms.
While COVID-19 is the current virus of concern with nearly 19,000 hospital admissions the past week, RSV levels are starting to pick up in the South, with small increases in the West and middle of the country.
Loss of appetite is classically something that we associate with RSV, but of course, loss of appetite can be associated with a lot of other infections as well.
RSV symptoms may also include coughing, sneezing, fever, and wheezing. Colds usually peak within 2 to 3 days, with cough, sore throat, runny or stuffy nose, watery eyes, and sneezing. COVID-19 may include symptoms of cough, brief episodes of fever, shortness of breath, abdominal pain, and fatigue. Flu symptoms may include fever, chills, headache, runny nose, nausea, and fatigue.
If a parent is concerned about a child, then that is usually an indication that additional care needs to be sought.
For WNKY News 40, I'm Morgan Hoover.
Americans are getting older. About 1 in 6 Americans are 65 or older. And as they reach retirement age and beyond, they may not have the financial means to keep themselves healthy. The Department of Health and Human Services estimates 56% of people turning 65 will need some sort of long-term care. That could include help with standing or walking, eating, and showering. It could also involve physical and speech therapy. Despite those potential challenges, reports show only 7.5 million people have long-term care insurance. For many, the cost is prohibitive. A recent analysis shows the annual premium for a 65-year-old ranges between $1,700 and $7,200 per year. And 1 in 4 people may undo the benefits of a healthy diet because they eat bad snacks. That's according to a study published Thursday in European Journal of Nutrition. Researchers analyzed the snacking habits of 854 people. Over 25% of the participants reported eating healthy main meals and snacking on highly processed food and sugary treats. Eating those types of snacks was linked to higher BMIs and other weight-related issues, which increased the risk for stroke, heart disease, and obesity. But not all snacking is unhealthy. Participants who frequently ate nuts, fresh fruit, and other high-quality snacks were more likely to have a healthy weight compared with non-snackers who chose unhealthy foods. Coming up next on News 40 Sunrise, with a government shutdown still potentially looming on the horizon, we'll find out how some politicians propose ways we can avoid this.
Plus, fall-like temperatures are rolling into the area. I'll let you know to see how long they're going to stay into our region right after the break.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Spring Hill Pharmacists is excited to offer simple packaging called Smart Pack. Smart Pack is a convenient and safe way to take your medications. This is one of the most exciting things we have seen in pharmacy in the last 20 years. We put all of your medications in one package that covers any time of the day. No more vials, no more headaches. Let us help you make your life easier. Spring Hill Pharmacy, where helping people is what we do. Visit us on Russellville Road in Bowling Green.
The nursing home was supposed to keep your loved ones safe, no exceptions. Even in extreme circumstances, the basic standards must be met, no excuses. Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. The safety of your loved one is all that matters.
Flu shots at CVS are pretty flex. Schedule one for you or the whole crew.
Plus, they're free. Really? Healthier is getting a flu shot on your schedule. CVS, healthier happens together.
To stay locked in, I need to keep up my strength and my energy.
Cliff Bar is the ultimate energy bar, purposefully crafted with a blend of protein, fat, and carbs.
Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out.
September 22nd to the 24th, the second annual Sky Arts Film Festival is taking place at the historic Capitol Theater, featuring films made locally and around the world. Purchase passes online at www.skyartsfilmfestival.com.
The Warren County Public Library presents New York Times bestselling author J.A. Jance, Wednesday, September 27th at the Nicely Conference Center. Join us as Jance discusses her latest novel, Blessing of the Lost Girls, a Brady and Walker novel. Free tickets are available at warrenpl.org.
The clock is ticking for Congress to reach a deal to avoid a government shutdown. Lawmakers have until September 30th to come up with a deal. Bree Jackson is in Washington with the details.
House Republicans working around the clock to address internal bickering and avert a looming government shutdown.
I feel we made some good progress this weekend.
And I'm optimistic that we will continue to move the appropriations process forward, and that includes the DoD appropriations bill.
Critical factions of the House GOP reached a tentative deal Sunday. It paves the way to pass a defense spending bill, which Republicans held up last week, and provides a short-term solution for government funding, keeping military and VA funding at current levels while cutting other domestic spending by 8%. There's no mention of more money for Ukraine, which is something President Biden is pushing for.
The House certainly the Republican caucus overwhelmingly supports aid for Ukraine. There will be issues over what the administration has asked for and what Congress ultimately gives.
It also includes hardline Republican border measures, which Democrats are unlikely to support.
We have a vision to put people over politics. That's what we should be doing.
Even some Republicans say a shutdown is imminent.
I've talked to some federal employees that don't really mind it because they're going to get a vacation, they're going to get time off, but then they're going to get back pay. And so they're not really grumbling about a government shutdown. It's more than meets the eye.
The GOP-led measure faces an uphill battle with just days until government funding runs out.
All right, now 6:15 in the morning. Currently, right now, temperatures nice and cool with temps into the 50s. 57 degrees is our current temperature at the moment. Humidity is at 87%, and our dew point is a little cool as well at 53 degrees. Winds are light and calm throughout most of the area, so we have no real wind issues. But currently, right now, taking a look at some of our tower cameras out here in Butler County. Very beautiful sunrise starting to show up right there. You see the orange and glow with some of those clouds out there as well, so some of those clouds are still kind of present in our viewing area. Temperatures in and around the area, we are all mainly into the 50s. Here in Glasgow, 51 degrees. Further up to the north in Litchfield, 53 degrees. And then further out to the west here in Madisonville, that's where we are seeing temperatures into the 50s as well. Now, taking a look at live radar, nothing too much to really talk about compared to yesterday. I know yesterday we ended up still seeing a few showers and thunderstorms, some of them on a little bit on the stronger side, and we did end up seeing some hail and some gusty winds out of that cell. Now, taking a look out here in Butler County, 50 degrees. Warren County here, 54. Nice and comfortable all around South Central Kentucky with temps into the 50s. Here's a little closer look at this. Here, Glasgow, 51. Munfordville, 54. Morgantown is at a crisp 50 degrees. Now, Hardinsburg, that's where we are seeing temperatures into the 50s as well. 52 degrees there. In Hartford, 52. And then further down to our southern communities here in Elkton, 50 degrees as well. Nice and fall-like this morning. I'm noticing that all around town and in and around the area. Here's your dew point temperatures. We're all still into the 50s, and that's going to determine if we're really going to see muggy conditions or not, but we're really not. We're actually all very comfortable, very fall-like, so make sure you wear that coat, or not that coat, that jacket, that sweatshirt, something to keep you a little bit warmer as you walk out the door. Now, here was the past 24 hours, that's where we ended up seeing a few showers and thunderstorms. See right here, that little streak of green, that's where we ended up seeing that strong, severe thunderstorm. But here's the bigger picture. None of us are really seeing any of that here in the Ohio Valley region, given to the fact that we do have a high pressure system off to our west, and that is influencing our weather here in South Central Kentucky. Now here we go as we start the day for 10 a.m. Temperatures are really going to quickly bump up into the 70s, so it's not going to be too hot, not even too humid as we walk out the door. So if you have any like errands to run, or if you want to go outside and get a nice little lunch and eat outside, it's going to be a great day for that. And then going into early tomorrow morning on Tuesday, that's when we are still going to have temperatures to start the day off into the 50s and 60s, and then that's when we really got to bump these temperatures up into the 70s and possibly into the low 80s. Today, temperatures are going to be nice and comfortable, 77 degrees with partly to mostly clear skies throughout the day. Tonight, temperatures we're really going to dip down into the 50s, 54 degrees, partly to mostly clear skies and cool and comfortable conditions. Now going into your 7-day forecast, sponsored by Deborah Bros, an attorney at law, that's when we're really going to have temperatures into the 80s as we go throughout the next couple days. And see these temperatures, that's when we're really going to continue to have temperatures into the mid 80s, but we're really going to be nice and comfortable with evening temperatures. But we'll be right back after this break.
I made it to college football as a walk-on. None of the scholarship, but all the hard work. It wasn't glamorous, but it taught me to leave it all on the field. And that's exactly what I'll do as governor. Andy Beshear has failed us. He locked our schools and unlocked our jails. We can do better. I'm Daniel Cameron. I'm leaving it all on the field so the next generation inherits a quality education system, safer communities, and more prosperous families. Join me, and let's go win this thing.
Car wreck? When you get Hughes & Coleman, it can make a big difference. Here's what I mean. Insurance offer, $3,000. Our result, $156,000. Insurance offer, $0. Our result, $385,000. Insurance offer, $300,000. Our result, $1 million. After an accident, if you want to get the money you deserve, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Have big dreams for your space? When looking for home decor ideas, you want BG Home Furnishings.
BG Home Furnishings designers are here to bring your dream home to life with one-on-one design help. Personalized advice from the best has never been this easy, accessible, and valuable. The BG at Home team handpicks from over 100 brands to create a selection of furniture and home decor that is tailored to your style.
Call us today to set up your free in-home design consultation.
Now some breaking news.
FanDuel is coming to Kentucky.
Of course, all anyone has been talking about today, FanDuel is going live soon.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. FanDuel is coming to town. Fun is about to begin, everybody. I'm pumped. Let's go.
America's #1 sportsbook is headed to Kentucky. Get $100 in bonus bets when you sign up today. Make every moment more with FanDuel.
The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy? Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Ford says it has laid off hundreds of non-striking workers at its Wayne, Michigan assembly plant amid the historic United Auto Workers strike against the big three U.S. car companies. Union workers walked off the job there and at two other GM and Stellantis facilities after their contract expired late Thursday. UAW leaders say talks were productive with Ford over the weekend. Union representatives are meeting with Stellantis today. Thousands of protesters marched in New York yesterday to call on President Biden and other world leaders to end reliance on fossil fuels. The march kicked off Climate Week as the United Nations General Assembly also meets this week with a climate summit planned Wednesday. President Biden is in New York for the UN gathering. And today is National Cheeseburger Day, and several major fast food chains are offering deals. McDonald's has 50-cent double cheeseburgers exclusively through its app, while Wendy's is giving out a junior bacon cheeseburger for a penny with purchase. Burger King is also giving away a free cheeseburger with a purchase equaling $1 or more for Royal Perks members. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Matt Piper.
Pain at the pump isn't going anywhere. The White House has decided to not intervene as gas prices continue to rise. Senior aides met several times this week to discuss policy options before deciding against any action. But officials say the Biden administration will continue to watch trends to see if prices come down now that the peak summer travel season is over. While usage might be dropping, supply isn't expected to increase after Saudi Arabia extended production cuts through the end of the year. Experts predict prices will continue to rise in the fourth quarter. In the United Auto Workers strike enters day 4 as talks are set to continue with one of the big 3 automakers, Stellantis, today. Thousands of workers walked off the job at 3 assembly plants Friday after the contract lapsed. Ian Lee reports on how the impacts of the strike are being felt in the auto industry and looks into how those worries could trickle down. Take a look.
Top Democrats came to Michigan to show solidarity with striking auto workers over the weekend.
We're going to be in this fight with you until we win the fight.
That's right. Thousands of United Auto Workers members at a Ford plant in Michigan, a Stellantis plant in Ohio, and a General Motors factory in Missouri walked off the job Friday at midnight after their contract expired. The union said negotiations with Ford on Saturday were productive, and talks with Stellantis are expected to take place today. Neither side commented on how talks with General Motors went over the weekend.
Our demands are just. We're asking for our fair share in this economy and the fruits of our labor.
The UAW is demanding at least a 36% raise, cost of living and job protections, as well as an unwinding of concessions made during the Great Recession. Currently, automakers are only offering a raise of about 20%.
We're at the table now, ready to keep going and get this resolved as quickly as possible.
We just want what's owed to us.
Local car dealers are concerned about the impact of a prolonged strike.
The likelihood of prices going up should this strike linger are almost certain.
And so are other business owners who rely on local auto workers.
It has a trickle-down effect, of course. A lot of people from GM come here on a daily basis, get their shift breaks to get food, so we may not see them for a while.
Already, the strike has caused Ford to temporarily lay off 600 non-striking workers at the Wayne, Michigan plant.
All right now, time is 6:24 in the morning. Good morning, everybody, if you're just now joining us. Now, taking a look at your live radar in and around the most of our viewing area in the valley, in Ohio Valley area, a high pressure system pretty dominant in our atmosphere currently, but as we go throughout the next couple of hours, temperatures are really going to begin to increase. Here by 11 a.m., temperatures should get into the upper 60s, and then as we go towards the middle of the day around lunchtime, temperatures into the mid 70s. So if you have any little lunch date plans or anything like that, or you want to go outside and eat, it would be very nice and very comfortable with that. And then as we go in through the next afternoon hours, temperatures are going to remain pretty warm, but not too warm and too humid. It's going to feel nice, very comfortable. So if you want to go outside, probably get that run in for the day, it's going to be a great day for that. But as you go throughout the next couple of hours for your commute, it's going to be a really nice start to the day. And then as we get towards the afternoon and the evening, temperatures are going to be nice and comfortable. Probably roll the windows down for you and enjoy that nice breeze. But we'll be right back after the break.
When someone's injured at a place of business or in a public space, that shouldn't happen. Slip and falls, falling objects, a drowning, crimes like assault, rape, and even murder. We've handled them all, and we have a team of lawyers that handle only these cases. But here's the thing, don't wait. Evidence and witnesses disappear. Time matters, size matters. Let America's largest injury firm go to work for you. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
We're all born with the good in us. We're all in need of love. Dreams get torn, but we stand up, making a change that is calling us. Beautiful world, beautiful people, boys and girls, we're all made equal. So clap your hands, get up and dance. Beautiful world, beautiful people.
Morris Jewelry is this area's independent and trusted source for diamonds. We're an experienced direct diamond importer, and custom design is our specialty. With diamond engagement rings starting at $33 per month, our prices can't be beat.
WNKY News 40 loves celebrating our viewers. That's why we bring you Soki's Birthday Club. Joining the club is free and simple. Visit WNKY.com/birthday, fill out the form, and click submit. That's it. Your name will appear on News 40 Sunrise and News 40 at noon on your birthday, and you'll be entered to win a special birthday surprise. WNKY News 40 loves celebrating you because local matters. Soki's Birthday Club is brought to you by these great sponsors. Grab some lunch and make an impact. Join WNKY News 40 for Food Truck Fridays every week at Tidball's parking lot. This week features Tacos Way to benefit the Alzheimer's Association. See the full lineup at WNKY.com.
Good morning, everybody. Weather anchor Noah Moore here. I'm filling in for Darius Mack for the next couple of days throughout the week. So as we start the day, today is going to be a little cool, a little chilly, so you might want to need that sweater and that light jacket to start off the day. But as the day goes on, temperatures are really going to begin to increase into the 70s and possibly into the low 80s, so you might want to shed some of those layers as you go throughout the day. But I'll have more in that in my 7-day forecast because News 40 Sunrise starts right now.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. I'm Ashley Wilson. We continue with our top stories. A former Park City mental health counselor has been sentenced to over 8 years behind bars on child exploitation charges. The United States Attorney for the Western District of Kentucky says that 55-year-old Carl Anthony Puleo was sentenced Friday for 1 count each of receiving, distributing, and possessing child sexual exploitation materials. Puleo was sentenced to 8 years and 4 months in prison, followed by a 10-year term of supervised release. Puleo has also been ordered to pay $15,000 in restitution. In some lighter local news, we look to Horse Cave, where community members old and new came together to celebrate their history in a unique way. This annual reunion blocked off roads to give people the chance to experience fresh homemade food while looking at antique cars and listening to all kinds of music. Residents gathered at the historic Thomas House to get the chance to document their stories about a topic that means a lot to both the Horse Cave and Hart County community.
We are a very old city, and a lot of the people that grew up around this area remember in the 60s and 70s and going back even into the 50s. So this gives them an opportunity to come out and show what they have and show the hard work they put in it, let everybody else enjoy it.
The Heritage Festival is always a good chance for the people with ties to Horse Cave to share their story and learn about the experiences of community members around them. And back in Bowling Green, the Turanga Academy is breaking barriers and preparing Fordham students to become excellent citizens, future leaders, and to connect with the world. The Academy works to provide resources and sports like soccer to its students, allowing them to have the opportunity to learn teamwork and connect with one another in spite of any language barriers. One leader with the Turanga Academy shares with News 40 exactly what this program means to the children who rely on it and why some look forward to it every single year.
The thing that makes me the happiest is when I hear the students say that this feels like family for them. We, strive to be a place of belonging, a place that fosters community and acceptance, and to hear the students say that this feels like family, I think is the most rewarding thing.
Although language plays a major part in our everyday lives, the Turanga Academy is not allowing that to stop them from reaching their highest heights. And from one school to another, we look to Warren County School District, where many are still celebrating an amazing achievement. Third grade teacher Amber Dwyer of Alvaton Elementary received a Kentucky Teacher Achievement Award from the Kentucky Department of Education. Officials say the award honors exceptional educators who go above and beyond to support Kentucky's future leaders.
In my essays, I wrote about how I think it's really important to build relationships with students. So I always tell other teachers and other people I meet that be the person that you needed when you were young, and that's what I strive to do every day.
Dwyer was one of 22 teachers across the Commonwealth chosen for this distinct honor. That was a final look at this morning's top stories. Now it's time to see who needs a forever home in today's Pet of the Day.
Brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. I'm Noah Fairber, and I'm here with Sammy. She is a 6-year-old owner surrender. She's not necessarily good with other cats, but she may need a little bit of a diet, as you can see by her size here and this beautiful coat of fur. Come down to the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society and adopt Sammy today.
sweet Sammy.
Oh, my
Sammy was not
God.
going anywhere. Sammy's a lap cat.
That is a chunky cat. That is one chunky cat.
The best to cuddle with, but Sammy needs a forever home. I know, so beautiful.
Wow.
Sammy needs a forever home, and you can adopt Sammy today from the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society.
But yeah, you know, Sammy is also gonna be really good for a nice fall day. You never know, nice little lap cats. So, you know, just like sit on your little porch and, you know, and then, but it's gonna keep you nice and warm. But I'll have more on the temperatures here coming up after the break.
Pictionary. Every weekday, Pictionary on NBC 40.
When you come in and open an account with us, you can choose to have a shelter pet card. Whenever you use that card and swipe it as a credit transaction, it triggers a donation back to the animal shelters.
They're able to help the shelter in such an easy way.
It's a way to help remotely, and you know that your money is going to be used well. It really means a lot to be a local bank now. We just try to give back in any way we can.
Have big dreams for your space? When looking for home decor ideas, you want BG Home Furnishings.
BG Home Furnishings designers are here to bring your dream home to life with one-on-one design help. Personalized advice from the best has never been this easy, accessible, and valuable. The BG at Home team handpicks from over 100 brands to create a selection of furniture and home decor that is tailored to your style.
Call us today to set up your free in-home design consultation.
If you have moderate to severe Crohn's disease, Skyrizi is the first and only IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver clinical remission and endoscopic improvement.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Control of Crohn's means everything to me. Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Time to tighten up, South Central Kentucky.
WNKY is your official home for the Tennessee Titans.
Watch our games plus the Coach Mike Vrabel Show and Titans All Access.
Only on WNKY News 40 because local matters.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Welcome back. Time now, 6:34 in the morning. I'm Weather Anchor No More. Now, here's a nice little look outside. Beautiful scenery. You can start seeing the corn over here starting to get a little brown. You know, there are some corn mazes that'll be really cool to go to. But as we go throughout the next couple of days, temperatures are going to feel nice and comfortable. Here, temperatures in and around the area currently here into the mid-50s here in Scottsville, 53 degrees. Over here in Franklin, that's where we are seeing temps into the low 50s at 52. And then further up to the north in Munfordville, 54 degrees. Now, wind speeds not really giving us too much of an issue. They're mainly light and calm in throughout most of South Central Kentucky. A little breezy over there in Edmonton at 5 miles an hour, and if you consider that breezy. But as we take a look into your live radar, all we have here is just a few ground clutter spikes, and that's just indicating that we're really not seeing too much in our atmosphere. Really nice dry conditions as you start the day and going into the next couple of hours. Now, here's a little bigger picture. You can definitely still see most of us here in the central part of the United States pretty nice and dry because of that high pressure. But I'm going to toss it over to Ashley.
Thank you, Noah. It's time now for your Monday edition of Sunrise Spotlight. And joining me in studio this morning are Amy Combs and Chris Booker here to talk to us all about the Out of the Darkness Walk. Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So nice to have you all here and to talk about a very important topic, a very important walk happening next weekend. Tell us about it.
Amy?
Well, the Out of the Darkness Walk will be actually this Sunday at 1 o'clock at Bowling Green High School, and it is about suicide awareness, and so we have a new location and a new time, so we wanted to come and talk a little bit about that.
And so with this walk, tell us what this means to our community. Obviously, it's a hard subject to talk about, very sensitive, but a very important one to share as well.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's a place for the community to get together, find support with one another, obviously do fundraising, but I do want to know that this isn't just about fundraising, that this is about support. So if you know someone that has passed from suicide or you yourself have ideations, please come out and join this community. We're going to have some fun and then help end the stigma to suicide.
Definitely. And of course, it seems like everyone knows someone these days. The mental health awareness movement, it's so important because especially on social media, more people are talking about it, so more people are sharing. And I think the fact that some people don't realize other people are having such a hard time, and to be able to come out to this walk and say, hey, I've known somebody, or I've had feelings, or just want to come out and be a support to the people in our community.
Right. I think when you come to the walk, it's one of those things where you don't realize that there's so many people that are in the same boat as you and that have supported or that are going to support you, and that you may just want to realize that you're not alone. And so there's all these beads that you can wear that support different things, and you know, it's one of those, it's a very taboo subject, and so you kind of feel like you're alone sometimes, but you're not. And you know, it's one of those, I was telling Chris earlier, I said, you kind of feel weird saying that it's a fun walk, but it is fun. And so so Sunday, hopefully Noah's going to tell us that the weather is going to be amazing, and so at 1 o'clock at Bowling Green High School, that's what we're going to do.
Wonderful. And do people need to register for this walk, or people can just come on out? And both. Okay. How can they register if they want to do so?
Yeah, you can go on the afsp.org website. That'll be afsp.org/Bowling Green. And again, you can donate and register there, or you can just come out to the walk and just show up. You don't have to donate. Just come be a part of the community.
I love it. All right. Well, Chris, Amy, thank you so much for sharing a very important subject, sensitive but important to share. So we're glad that you were here this morning.
Thank you.
That was another look at this morning's Sunrise Spotlight. When we return, Noah is back with a full look at this morning's forecast. Stay with us.
I made it to college football as a walk-on. None of the scholarship, but all the hard work. It wasn't glamorous, but it taught me to leave it all on the field. And that's exactly what I'll do as governor. Andy Beshear has failed us. He locked our schools and unlocked our jails. We can do better. I'm Daniel Cameron. I'm leaving it all on the field so the next generation inherits a quality education system, safer communities, and more prosperous families. Join me, and let's go win this thing.
Dog Stay Out is South Central Kentucky's 5-paw rated dog resort. Whether for the day or a whole vacation, Dog Stay Out will keep your pets safe and loved. Dog Stay Out offers boarding, daycare, agility courses, positive reinforcement training, grooming, and more. With the multiple packages to choose from, pamper your pup any way you see fit. Find out more at dgokY.com. Your dog's home away from home. Dogs Stay Out.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services. Have you or anyone you know used a drug named Ozempic or Wegovy to treat diabetes or help aid in weight loss? These drugs have been linked to severe side effects such as stomach paralysis, persistent vomiting, and constant nausea. Do you or anyone you know have any severe side effects after taking one of these drugs? If so, do not delay. You may be entitled to compensation. Visit forthepeople.com or call the number on your screen now. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Do not stop taking a prescribed medication without first consulting a physician.
Enjoy a great lunch with a different food truck every week and help support our local charities.
Join us for Food Truck Fridays at the Tidballs parking lot on Chestnut Street. Part of your lunch purchase will be donated to a local nonprofit by Flora Templeton Stewart and our food trucks.
Food Truck Friday has collected over $10,000, making a difference in our community.
Brought to you by the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart.
Name the sexiest bald man alive. Steve Harvey. Oh God, I was scared I wasn't gonna be up there.
A new season of Family Feud starts September 25th.
Good morning and welcome back to anybody who's just now joining us. Time now is about 6:41 in the morning. Temperatures currently at the moment at 57 degrees. Nice and fall-like, nice and crisp morning out there. With winds are light and calm as we start off the day today. Now, here are some of the tower cams out here. You can definitely start seeing a few of these isolated clouds, but these clouds should be moving on out of here as the day goes on throughout most of the hours. Now, temperatures in and around the area, most of us are sitting nice nice and comfortable into the mid-50s. Here in Glasgow, 50 degrees. Munfordville, further to the north, 54. Hartford, 52 degrees. And then Greenville, we were sitting at a nice, comfortable 53 degrees. And then taking a look at your live radar, nothing too much to really talk about here. All this extra green that you see here, that's not rain. That's just ground clutter that we're picking up from radars. And we're mainly all just dealing with nice, dry conditions as we start out the day. Now, going into the next couple of hours, that's when we are going to expect temperatures to really increase. But here currently here in Butler County, temperatures are into the upper 40s. Definitely sweater weather at the moment. Here in Warren County, 54 degrees currently were our current temperatures. Now, as we go throughout the next couple of hours, temperatures are really going to begin to increase into the 70s. So it's going to feel nice and comfortable into the afternoon. But closer look at temperatures at the moment. Here at Bowling Green, 57. Brownsville, 53. And then further up to the north here in Hartford, 52. And then Owensboro, 55 degrees. So if you have any family out there, just tell them, hey, put on a jacket, maybe put on that sweater. Hopkinsville, 54. And Madisonville is at a nice, comfortable 54 degrees. Dew points, we're all sitting nice and comfortable in the dew points with dew point temperatures into the upper 40s and low 50s. Your muggy map, we're really not seeing anything too crazy. Very comfortable conditions. And here's the rain in the past 24 hours. Some of us ended up seeing showers and thunderstorms, especially further out to the west in our western communities. And some of those thunderstorms even produced some hail and damaging winds out there in Hopkinsville. Here's the bigger picture. We are seeing temperatures. You see the big swath in the green and light blues, and that's indicating that we are having cooler temperatures. But as we go throughout the next couple of hours, temperatures are going to increase into the 70s once again here. And then that's when we could see a few more isolated clouds to go throughout the rest of the day. And then that's when we're going to see temperatures decrease once again. And it's like that time of year, once again, warm, possibly hot days, cool and comfortable nights as we go throughout the next couple of days. And definitely into the next couple of months for sure, with that seeing the fluctuating temperatures. But temperatures are going to feel nice and comfortable as we go throughout the next couple of days. So it's going to feel very nice, very seasonal, just a little bit above average with that. I know I checked last night, the Climate Prediction Center is indicating that we are going to be a little bit above average. Today, temperatures 77 degrees. Tonight, temperatures, that's when we are going to have temps into the mid-50s at 54 degrees. Going into your 7-day forecast, sponsored by Deborah Brose, attorney at law. Temperatures are going to be nice and a little above average with temps into the mid-80s, but we are going to remain mostly dry throughout the rest of the week. But here's what we have at Soki's Birthday Club.
Stopped at a red light and we were rear-ended by a drunk driver. And I called on a Saturday and I figured that maybe they would call on Monday. She had returned my call within 15 minutes. When she came in, she made me feel very at ease and she spoke to me just like we'd been friends forever. It just made all the difference in the world, being treated the way I was and having that encouragement behind me.
Well, my dad and I started Blankenship & Sons Pest Control in 1975. We came to the family farm here and decided we'd open our own business here.
I was the only one working it for a while, but it expanded real fast.
In 2000, we purchased Guarantee Pest Control, and we operate both companies exactly the same training, same everything. What we like to do is use traditional values and mix them with new technologies to come to the best possible outcome.
We live the Bud life. You can bug us anytime.
Do you have musty smells coming up from your crawl space? USS is here to help. Neglected crawl spaces and excessive moisture can cause mold, unwanted pests, wood rot, and high energy bills. A USS encapsulation system will help prevent these issues and improve the air quality in your crawl space, making the air in your home cleaner and healthier for you and your family. Visit USS-KY.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
No dairy, no problem. Rooster's got you. Our delicious oat milk ice cream is a vegan treat you don't want to miss. It's a dreamy delight that'll please the whole gang. Try it in a cone or a shake and treat yourself at Rooster's today.
Khloe Kardashian. True's going to school now. I'm leaving her there, and she's crying. My daughter was like, deuces.
was like, peace, I'm gonna be good.
That would have been so much easier.
Weekdays at 3 on NBC 40.
The competition is on. This is nerve-wracking. Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
South Central Kentucky is known for its vast cave system. The delicate karst and formations far underground attract visitors from all over the world. But it's also what lurks below the surface that can be dangerous to those who call this area home. News 40's Karina Shadowan has the story.
South Central Kentucky's karst landscape and underground cave system is a hot spot for radon, raising significant concern for residents in our area.
A lot of the limestones carry some uranium that decays to radon, so it becomes a gas that is hazardous to human health. And so the cave systems appear to be a good delivery system for radon gas into homes and businesses and any infrastructure.
You can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it, but there's a good chance it may be hiding in your home.
Radon is going to migrate anywhere that it can, and it will fill any space, particularly lower pressure areas like basements, because basements are kind of a hollow spot, obviously. So basements are notoriously potential hazard area for radon in a home.
Experts say there are close to 21,000 cases of lung cancer in the U.S. every year due to radon exposure, one of the most common causes for lung cancer in non-smokers.
Radon exposure is significant. It has a lot of effects on the health and the well-being of the body. It is estimated that if you have a high radon level in your house, it's the equivalent of smoking 8 cigarettes a day or having 200 chest x-rays over the course of a calendar year.
So how do you know if there are dangerous levels of radon in your home? You can purchase radon test kits online and at hardware stores and other retail locations throughout our area. In South Central Kentucky, because local matters, Karina Shadowan, WNKY News 40.
The University of Kentucky's Markey Cancer Center has achieved the highest level of recognition from the National Cancer Institute. State and university leaders gathered in Lexington on Friday to celebrate the Markey Center's designation by the NCI as a comprehensive cancer center. They say the new status will further bolster research and patient care in a state plagued by high cancer rates. The designation puts the Markey Center among several dozen cancer centers nationally to attain this status and the only one in Kentucky. The university says 97% of Markey's patients come from Kentucky. The next closest comprehensive center is nearly 200 miles from Lexington. Still to come on News 40 Sunrise, one mystery with an artistic flair is finally solved, but not in the way you'd expect. We'll have the details in today's Take a Look at This. Plus, weather anchor Noah Moore is back with a quick check-in of your forecast before you head out the door this morning. Stay with us.
It's important to understand your insurance policy. At Byers Insurance Group, we work with our clients to educate and develop the best plans for auto, home, business, and life insurance. Let's talk about policy.
Call or visit us for a free quote.
Byers Insurance Group.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Call us at Hughes & Coleman for a free consultation. If your loved one suffered a serious injury or untimely death while in a nursing home, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. Standing up for your loved ones is what matters now.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby.
Come back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, ma'am. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
WNKY News 40 is helping find forever homes for shelter pets. Watch Pet of the Day on News 40 Sunrise and News 40 at noon to meet your new best friend. Pet of the Day, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust.
Love is in the air on our first ever couples championship. This is beautiful.
We're going to get to that buzzer together.
Wow. How's date night going?
Ninja Warrior Couples Championship tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
The top AGT acts of the season are one step closer to headlining our show in Vegas.
Brilliant. AGT Live, Tuesday and Wednesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
An art world mystery is solved after a stolen painted masterwork is returned in a very unlikely way. Jimmy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
A precious, priceless Vincent van Gogh painting stolen more than 3 years ago is back where it belongs, and it was returned in an IKEA bag. The painting was stolen in March of 2020 during a brash break-in at a museum near Amsterdam. DNA evidence led to an arrest, but the painting itself remained missing. Enter Arthur Brand, an art detective known as the, quote, Indiana Jones of the art world, who received an anonymous tip on the painting's whereabouts and negotiated its return. The work, estimated to be worth as much as $6 million, was delivered bubble-wrapped to Brand's apartment in a blue IKEA bag. Reportedly damaged during its absence, the painting is expected to undergo restoration before going back on display. Speaking of displays, folks in the UK were treated to an amazing one in the skies as the Northern Lights were in rare form recently over Scotland and Northern Ireland. I'd like to say they're the most vivid skyward shots I've got, but that honor goes to this one. A newly released James Webb Space Telescope image of a super trippy look at a young star spewing jets of gas. I'd like to say this is the most meaningful skyward shot I've got, but that honor goes to this one. Okay, technically they're on the ground here, but this pair of pilots for Southwest Airlines are actually father and son, and this pic is a recreation of one originally taken decades ago when Reuben Flowers was just a toddler. Nearly 30 years later, Flowers lived his dream to one day fly with his pop, also named Reuben, serving as first officer on his dad's retirement flight. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Well, that was pretty cool little story right there, but currently right now temperatures nice and comfortable as we start the day today. Glasgow 50 degrees, Munfordville 54, Woodbury we're over at a crisp 49 degrees as you start the day and walk out the door. Make sure you grab that light sweater, maybe that light jacket to make sure if you're not going to be too cold. Wind speeds light and calm, nothing too much to really talk about there. Live radar, we just have a few ground clutter spikes, but overall nice and dry as you walk out the door today. Now, do you want to know why? Because we are having a high pressure system mainly in parts of the America's midsection. That's going to continue to drift its way on over here into the Ohio Valley, and as it does, we're going to remain nice and dry with lots of sunny conditions, maybe a few clouds thrown in there, but it's going to be overall nice, dry, and very comfortable. But as we go throughout the next couple of days, we are expected to have temperatures to be just a little bit above average, but I'll have more on that in my 7-day forecast right after the break.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC. Everyone loves more of a good thing.
And more.
And Miss Moore was no different. As her name suggested, she loved more.
More?
More.
So when Miss Moore was injured, she called Morgan & Morgan. With more lawyers, more offices, and more than $15 billion recovered, she didn't have to ask for more anymore. When you're injured, you deserve more.
One more.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Have big dreams for your space? When looking for home decor ideas, you want BG Home Furnishings.
BG Home Furnishings designers are here to bring your dream home to life with one-on-one design help. Personalized advice from the best has never been this easy, accessible, and valuable. The BG at Home team handpicks from over 100 brands to create a selection of furniture and home decor that is tailored to your style.
Call us today to set up your free in-home design consultation.
September 22nd to the 24th, the second annual Sky Arts Film Festival is taking place at the historic Capitol Theater, featuring films made locally and around the world. Purchase passes online at www.skyartsfilmfestival.com.
Pictionary.
Jump rope. Jump rope.
Every weekday, Pictionary on NBC 40. Brownsville, thank you for watching WNKY NBC 40.
Well, if your stomachs are rumbling, go ahead and get yourself a cheeseburger because today is National Cheeseburger Day. We heard about that McDonald's was doing like 50-cent cheeseburgers.
Yeah, something like
and
that.
I thought Darius was here because Noah went, what was that?
I was hungry.
It's so good, though.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat a good cheeseburger. And for the first time ever this week here in Bowling Green, it's Cheeseburger Week.
Finally.
How fitting. Oh, yeah, honestly.
Finally.
So I saw that on the Center, the Convention and Visitors Bureau website. But yeah, BG Cheeseburger Week because there are so many places in town. Obviously, we have so many restaurants, the most restaurants per capita in the U.S., and so many have a great cheeseburger.
That is so
So
crazy.
you can go anywhere. I mean, we're talking, I'm looking at their website now. 440
Montana
Ming,
Grill,
Spillway,
Burger Bowl, Stingray, Gerard's, Double Dogs,
Honestly, it's
Cheney's.
Oh my God,
You name
Cheney's
it.
is so good.
You go anywhere and you say, "Give me a cheeseburger," and they say, "What kind of toppings?" We have a great cheeseburger at the ballpark, but season's over, so you can't get it
unfortunately.
right now. But April 5th, mark your calendars, you can get a cheeseburger.
And do you know where else you can get yourself a really good cheeseburger? Surprisingly, do you know Flealand right next to BG Skate?
Yeah.
Right there by the highway? Yes. So me and my friend for the past 3 to 4 weeks, this has been our little guilty pleasure. Just going down there over at Flealand, get a little cheeseburger to start out the day. And then,
Hidden gems.
And then, you just go there and you just see what's really cool. But, it's only really cool but it's only on the weekends, though. Just Saturday and Sunday, so I know it really doesn't, it's not really valid.
Just
but
extend the week
but,
to the weekend.
just might as well make it like Bowling Green Burger Week,
Honestly.
whoever's
Cheeseburger
listening.
Week. They said you can't spell burger without BG.
That is
Hey, there we go.
Just saying.
That is facts. Now, here's the
Just
question,
saying.
though. How do you guys build your burger out? What is your ideal burger?
People are gonna hate me for this.
Okay.
I love just a plain cheeseburger. I don't want anything on it.
Burger? Okay, but how do you cook a burger?
How do I cook it?
Yeah, medium?
Medium rare.
Okay, good.
I like it juicy.
Not well done. I'm
No.
very anti-well done. I'm no judgment, but a little judgment out there.
Medium well guy here.
He's like, no hate, no shade.
Medium well, cheese, French fries, bacon. You just put that in there all together.
I feel like Darius. I'm like, oh no, actually I do like bacon on my burger.
Are we gonna have good weather though for these cheeseburger eating
Yes,
days?
yes. It's actually gonna be great weather for the next couple of days here. It's gonna be a great time, if you want to sit outside, enjoy a burger, it's gonna be a great time for that. Today, it's gonna be into the 70s, 77 degrees, but as we go into Tuesday, that's when we are gonna see temperatures bump up into the 80s, so you might want to shed a few layers as we go throughout the next couple of days.
All right. Thank you, Noah, and thank you all for joining us this Monday morning. We look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow at 6 a.m. Stick around.